It's not floating in the sky, it's on the ground, and it's vulnerable. Welcome to Zukkun Knows. 1. What is the cloud really? When people say cloud, they imagine something virtual, weightless, wireless, untouchable. But the truth is far less magical. The cloud is a nickname for thousands of physical servers, giant computers housed in massive buildings. These buildings are called data centers. They contain racks and racks of machines, blinking lights, miles of cables, and walls of cooling systems. When you upload a file to the cloud, your photos, your documents, your memories, it gets saved to one of these physical servers. You just don't see it. 2. Server farms everywhere. There are over 8,000 data centers globally. They exist in cities, deserts, forests, and even underwater capsules. Most are owned by tech giants, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. These buildings are high-security fortresses. Some are windowless, some are underground, but they're not immune. They can catch fire, flood, or fail. A single outage can knock websites offline around the world. 3. Electricity equals existence. Without electricity, your cloud vanishes. Data centers require a constant power supply. One medium-sized center uses as much energy as 50,000 homes. If there's a power outage, even for minutes, data access can be disrupted. Backup generators help, but not always. In hot summers and war zones, electricity isn't guaranteed, and no power means no cloud. 4. Water-hungry machines, servers run hot. To cool them, some data centers use massive amounts of water. Google's data center in the Dalles, Oregon used 350 million gallons of water in a single year. That's enough to supply a small city. In drought-prone areas, this creates conflict with local residents. The cloud, for all its virtuality, is incredibly thirsty. 5. Where in the world is your data? You may upload a photo in Japan, but it might be stored on a server in Singapore or Utah. Data location affects everything. Different countries have different privacy laws. If your data is stored in the US, it may be accessible to government surveillance. If it's stored in the EU, it's under stricter privacy protection. But most users have no idea where their data physically lives, and that's a problem. 6. Who really owns your files? When you upload something to the cloud, it feels like you're saving it. But in most cases, you're leasing space. Cloud providers set the rules. They can suspend accounts, delete data, or deny access. If you violate terms of service, or even if you miss a payment, you could lose everything, forever. 7. The cloud isn't private. Cloud storage is hackable. Data leaks happen often. Sometimes it's cyber criminals. Sometimes it's government agencies. Sometimes it's the platform itself scanning your files for security. Your photos, your emails, your work files. They're not truly private. Not when someone else owns the server. 8. The environmental cost. Cloud computing feels green, but it's not. Data centers burn fossil fuels. They release heat into surrounding areas. They use rare metals that are mined in fragile ecosystems. And they generate tons of electronic waste when servers are replaced. Every Google search, Netflix stream, and file sync has a carbon cost. 9. The cloud breaks. Natural disasters hit servers. Floods in Thailand once disrupted global hard drive supply. An earthquake in Taiwan paused chip manufacturing. A single cyber attack can bring down banks, hospitals, and airports. The cloud is a web of real-world machines. Break one link, and data everywhere gets affected. 10. Backups and alternatives. Decentralized systems like IPFS and Filecoin distribute data across multiple nodes. No central point of failure. Blockchain offers tamper-proof storage. You can also keep physical backups, external drives, encrypted USBs, NAS systems. Relying on the cloud alone is trusting someone else's machine. Forever. The cloud isn't a miracle, it's infrastructure, and it can fail. Subscribe to see the wires behind the illusion.